Hi, everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Margaret Duffy, and I am a healer, a light worker, a therapist. I'm really basically somebody on a personal journey of self discovery and finding my way back to myself and learning to love myself on a far deeper level than I ever have before. And I have started this YouTube channel because I really believe that I am here to meet with my soul group and to do really important work and to help you guys and you help me to wake up more to who we are and our true value and to really learn to love ourselves. And I think on a different level than we have up until now. And if you'll notice, I've had a little bit of a gap in between my first 5 videos and today. And part of that is just kind of looking at self-sabotage on a deeper level. I've already done a video on that, but what I'm finding is just the hardest part, I think, about life is our ability to really see ourselves and to love ourselves and to get behind ourselves and to learn how to support that and lean into that. And I'm up against that, right? I'm up against that because for the first time in my life, I'm fully trying to follow that thread of self-love wherever it takes me and to challenge that and to be the fullest expression of myself and to really enjoy the ride. So I have struggled with that, right? I've struggled with, and I think we all do. We struggle with how do I stay with myself in a world that basically doesn't support that, especially I think as women. We are taught that women are givers and that we give of ourselves and that we provide for and we take care of so many people. And we do it in our lives, in our careers, we do it at home, we do it out into the world. And I think we're just at a unique time in history because I really believe we are at a point where loving ourselves is really the next answer. It isn't and putting ourselves first and listening to ourselves. Because I think when we ultimately put ourselves first, we take care of people better because we're taking care of ourselves. Right. But, it's so funny. I think that the tide is turning to where we used to be afraid. And I think this is people in general had a vantage point from fear and fear of failing, fear of not being enough, fear of just not having the answer, not being able to pull it off, not being able to do it. And I think that what's happening right now in our world is that women are really realizing what it means to stop and turn towards themselves, and that our fear or our hesitation is in being all that we know we can be, all that we already know we are, because we have everything we need within us right this minute. And so the idea is that we could be everything we want to be, everything we've ever imagined, that we could be the fullest expression of ourselves, I think scares us more than not being enough because we're starting to see our own personal power and we're starting to see maybe I can be everything I want to be. Maybe I can put myself first. Maybe I can make room in my life. And it doesn't happen overnight, you guys. It doesn't happen that we're just perfect at it. What I think the difference is today, right, is that we realize, and we're realizing it every day, and this is my message, that we have everything we need within us already. And that women who have kind of in history been pitted against each other are now going to be we're going to be each other's champions. And we're going to support each other and we're going to love each other and we're going to see each other in a way we never have. And we're going to support that because we're doing it for ourselves. We can't give that to somebody else if we're not doing it for ourselves. So we're going to do it for ourselves and we're going to support ourselves and we're going to start building a life that is the focal point, right? And I think that the narrative has been that that's selfish and that our job is to give, not to receive. And that is so not the truth. The feminine energy in the world has always been about receiving. The feminine energy takes in everything the bounty of life takes in, opens herself, their self, to the bounty that is out there, and they just expand. And in that expansion, they have so much to give. But in the old system, you give and you give and you give, and then you're bankrupt. And we feel resentful and we feel taken advantage of and we feel not enough. And we feel like, isn't anybody going to see me? Well, I will tell you, I see you. I do, because I started allowing myself to see myself. I started allowing myself to get excited about me, to have curiosity versus judgment and blame, to be curious about what's going on with me, to be curious about my story, to be curious about all of the little kids within me that need to be heard, to be curious about where I want to go and what I want to do and what that means to me. And then to start opening my life. Right. So we're going to talk a lot on this channel and we're going to talk together, you guys. This is a partnership. We are doing this. We're going to awaken together. We are going to love each other through this. We're going to support each other through this. But we're doing it from a place of, I get you. I want you to be a shining light in the world. I want you to be successful. There's enough for all of us. We already have everything we need within us. And what a difference of support and nurturing and love and abundance, like really seeing the abundance. And this is the truth. I need far less now than I've ever needed in my life. But the only reason that is true, I believe, is because I have turned towards myself and met my needs. I take care of myself on every level better than I've ever done before, with movement in my life, with meditation, with practices within my day, every day that nourish me, what I eat, just how I feed my brain, having gratitude, so many things. And we're going to talk about all of those. But I will tell you, I do firmly believe that I need to nourish myself on a day-to-day basis because the negative voice, the voice that was critical of me and judgmental of me and that I've lived with for a long time, it worked overtime. Okay. If you guys look at the voice, if you are paying attention, it works overtime. We're not good enough at this. We're screwing up here. Or we're messing up here. And I let that voice at times in my life run rampant. And I also gave it power and I gave it authority and I let it take too much of my goodness and my self-love. I just allowed it to bankrupt me. And I took back control. I took back my relationship to myself. And I think we're here on this earth right now in this time frame to support each other in doing that, for us all to take back ownership of ourselves. I said in a previous video, and it's something I really love, phrase that I coined, that Our bodies are the cathedral that house our soul. And we love our soul, we love our journey, right? But we're really oftentimes the feminine is really hard on themselves and hard on their body. And so when you start looking at your body as the cathedral, like this beautiful cathedral, this house of ornate beauty, and we think that houses our soul, that I chose this body, this Margaret Duffy, I chose this body to get me around. And I am starting to learn how to love that and love that body and cherish it and have gratitude for it and feel nourished by it. And I have its back and I'm looking out for it and I'm taking better and better care of her every day. That's in so many ways a miracle, but I want to share that. And I want us all to get there. I want us all. And I'm on this path, like I just told you at this beginning of this video. I am struggling because I want to do this so badly. I want to do this. And yet it scares me. And it scares me because it's sitting in front of you guys, attesting to this place that I am creating, that I have created, that I continue to create, and that I think allows me to shine and be seen and be heard. And that's scary, but I'm not going to let that fear, I'm not going to let that cap me. I'm not going to let it stop me from my truest expression. I'm just not. And so I'm just glad you're here. I'm glad I'm here. And I just want us to work together and to build and to see each other and build something really incredible. So if you feel moved, please like my page, subscribe, and share it if you find that it might be helpful to somebody. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.